Hello? Oh, just a minute. Blanche, it's for you. It's Charmaine again.
Okay.
Blanche, don't you think you should talk to her? She's still your sister.
No. My sister has turned into a deceitful old woman whose only pleasure is in hurting people. No offense, Sophia.
None taken. Slut.
What really gets me is I was willing to be friends. But just as I start to forgive and forget, Charmaine turns my life into a bestseller.
You know something, Blanche? You're not the only one who ever had a problem with sisters. When I was a kid, I had a doll named Mrs. Doolittle, and Gloria was not supposed to...
Do we have to listen to that damn Mrs. Doolittle story again? So your sister broke your doll. It was 50 years ago.
It was very traumatic. She was my favorite doll. I didn't talk to Gloria for months, but eventually, Blanche, I realized sisters are harder to replace than dolls, so we made up. And I vowed right then and there never, ever to fight over something so childish and silly again. My favorite!
I have a sister story I think you'll find interesting.
She didn't just break it, she made it so the eyes would never close again. She made Mrs. Doolittle look like a morphine addict.
There was a time in my life when I wanted to leave St. Olaf. I just didn't feel it was big enough for me. I had my eye on the Great White Way. So I went to St. Gustaf, the city that never naps. That first night I walked around in amazement. They had their own photomat. Of course, it wasn't as large as the photomats you see today. Now here's the scary part. Suddenly, I realized I was this frightened little girl alone in the big city.
Accident, my foot?
It started to rain, and I stood there in the middle of the town square and cried.
Gloria was the one who had to get the rabies shot.
I was a biter.
There I was, drenched, and someone yelled out, "Hey, don't you have enough sense to come in out of the rain?" But then it hit me. And when I went home to St. Olaf, I passed on this bit of street smart savvy. The next thing you know, in St. Olaf, the in thing was coming in out of the rain. I was the town celebrity until the phrase, "Watch out for that tractor," caught on.
What in hell does this have to do with sisters?
Didn't I mention St. Olaf and St. Gustaf were sister cities?
And how did Mrs. Doolittle's hair get singed? Did it herself? I think not.
I had very bad fight with my sister once.
Oh, really? Tell us about it.
I turned her over to secret police.
And?
And what? I turned her over to secret police. No more to tell.